Disaster Girl finishes her time in the penalty box. And that's sun drop jamming for the Rockstars. That is number D20, sun drop. Jumped her way through that pack. And sun drop getting bounced around in that front line of defense, and she's through. She makes her first point scoring pass. She grabs a grand slam for the Pottstown Rockstars. Disaster Girl now officially back in play. She completes her initial pass. And we have two Rockstars going to the penalty box. It is sun drop and number 711. That is Ames Lowe. Disaster Girl makes her way through. That's a grand slam for Disaster Girl. Nice hit by the Splinch. Nice defensive work. Disaster Girl grabs. Got another 5 points. Once again, if you're wondering why this pack appears to be at a standstill, the Radicals represent the majority on the track. That means they get to control the speed. Naturally, they are going to slow it down to a stop to make it easier for Disaster Girl to pick up more points. Disaster Girl gets pushed hard outside by the Splinch. Disaster Girl's got to recycle all the way behind Splinch. Meanwhile, Jammer for Pottstown Rockstars is back in play and snatches up 4 more points for the Rockstars. That's sun drop. All 10 skaters back in play at this point. Still a slow-moving pack. Disaster Girl emerges with another grand slam for the Radicals. Take a look at that scoreboard. $129, 104, nope, 130. Every time I mention the score, they change it. $130, 104 Radicals. Intimidator and Veronica Getzberger on the jam line right now. All 10 skaters are back in play at this point. Well, look at Veronica Getzberger. She is like a runaway locomotive. She's trying to powerhouse her way through. Don't look now. This is another power jam. The Intimidator is in the penalty box. Power jam with Berger under the star right now. Once again, the Radicals with the majority of the skaters on the track. They are going to slow this pack down to a complete stop. They're going to make it that much easier for Veronica Getzberger to rack up the grand slams. As long as Berger stays in bounds, she collects those points. Risky Catastrophe and number 29. That is Brookie Hellion doing all they can up front for the Rockstars. Still another grand slam for Veronica Getzberger. And the Intimidator is back in play. The Intimidator completes her initial pass now. Berger looking to complete another point scoring pass. Axis of Steel said that's 4 more points for Veronica Getzberger. And the Intimidator completes her first point scoring pass. There's 4 points for the Intimidator and the Rockstars. Berger grabs another 4 for the Radicals and calls the jam. Radicals pulling way ahead on that jam. As I back into Veronica Getzberger, I didn't even see her sneak in behind me. Violence now on the jam line. Liberty Violence and Splinch jamming. Splinch makes it through first. Look at the speed on Splinch. Liberty Violence with some speed of her own. That pack is at a standstill. Splinch slices through and picks up 4 points for the Splinch. Radicals unable to pick up any points. 50-50 and raffles are done, but we still have plenty of shout-outs. This shout-out goes to the best bench coach ever, Go Mallow Cup. Shout-out to Mallow Cup, and I guess that other guy is okay too, it says. I guess they're referring to Dave. All right, there's Berger with the star on her helmet one more time. She's going up against Carnage. Once again, a lot of speed on all these jammers tonight. Pack is moving rather slowly. Berger emerges. What does Berger get? 4 points. 4 more points for the Radicals. Carnage still dealing with Disaster Girl and Action Jackson up front. They gotta let her go. They're out of play. There's 4 points for Carnage. 31 takes a little spill. She gets back on stage. She appears to be okay. That is the Dreadites of the Rockstars. I have another shout out. It says, "Go Baby Burger! Go Baby Burger! Love Mama Burger! Love for the Mama!" Our NSO William just said he could go for a burger right now. Perhaps at the after party. At the factory. The Rockstars starting this jam, one locker down. That looks like Fab cocked and loaded, jamming for the Radicals right now. She is the lead jammer. She's made her initial pass. Sun Drop jamming for the Rockstars has completed her initial pass. Fab cocked and loaded makes her first point scoring pass, grabs 4, as goes the Sun Drop. That's D20, picks up 4 points for the Rockstars. 160-120. Jamming once again for the Radicals. She's jamming against number 685. That is the Intimidator jamming for the Rockstars. Berger makes it. Oh, Berger is not the lead jammer. The lead jammer is the Intimidator, and Intimidator decides it's a very good idea to call that jam off. Since the Berger is way ahead on the track. Contaminator did not want to see the Berger pick up any more points than necessary on that jam. No points were picked up, by the way. 160-120. Still a 40-point game. Number 8, that's the Splinch, jamming for the Rockstars. Splinch with the lead jam status right now. Liberty Violence under the star, playing for the Radicals. Well, once again, if you're doing a derby and you hear me talk about girls wearing panties on their heads, I'm not being weird. Helmet covers are called panties. Hey, did you see that just before the whistle blew? Liberty Violence did a little apex jump there. Nice footwork, Liberty Violence. So as I was saying, those helmet covers are called panties. Pivot panties, jammer panties. Right now under the star panties, Veronica gets further. And I believe that's Carnage. Yes, it is Carnage. Like a shot through that pack before entering turn number 1. She is the lead jammer for the Rockstars. Nice four-wall by the Radicals. Carnage drops. Carnage decides it's a fantastic idea once again to call that jam. How many points were picked up by the Burger? Burger gets 1. I believe Carnage got 1 also. And roller derby, you'll see the jammers call off the jam to prevent the other jammer from picking up any more points. Babcock and loaded now, jamming for the Radicals against the Sundrop. Breaking back Sunday, giving Sundrop all kinds of hard times in that pack. Sundrop finally clears and makes her initial pass. Once again, Babcock and loaded is the lead jammer. Tight pack. Who's going to come through? Who's going to pick up the points? Sundrop slides through. That referee saying 4 points for Sundrop, 4 points for Babcock and loaded also. Each jammer picking up 4. And that's Veronica Getzberger right next to the Intimidator. Intimidator out like a shot again through that pack before turn 1. Intimidator is the lead jammer. Veronica Getzberger still dodging that last blocker. Veronica Getzberger makes her initial pass. Great footwork, Intimidator. Intimidator jumps into reverse on her toe stop, spins back around and grabs. I'm not sure how many points. Veronica Getzberger able to grab 1. I think the Intimidator grabbed 3, maybe 4 on that jam. Current score 167, 130. Loyal Slugger taking a little break in the penalty box. And Splinch sees her opening again. Breaks the pack on turn number 1. Liberty Violence now jamming for the Radicals. Great assist by Babcock and loaded, along with Action Jackson, forcing that call off. 4 points picked up to Splinch. That's Veronica Getzberger and Carnage. Brookie Hellion doing a fine job for the Rockstars. Carnage through first. 4th jam in a row with Rockstars as lead jammers. And great coaching from the bench of the Rockstars. Communication is key in roller derby. It's hard to hear during all the shouting and action of roller derby, but it's very important to pay attention to your bench coaches. When Veronica Getzberger's hot on your heels, it's always wise to call that jam off. No points picked up on that jam. All 10 skaters back on the track. Babcock and loaded under the star. Babcock and loaded, lead jammer for the Radicals. showing her form. She is a much improved skater this season. Look at the speed and form on that pocket loaded. Look at the slugger back in the penalty box again. And that looks like sun drop jamming. And sun drop grabs 4. Nice footwork by the sun drop. Loaded, tangled up in a 3-wall, and they all go down. Everybody's back up, everybody's okay. Babcock and Loaded clears, and Babcock calls that jam and grabs 4 more for the Radicals. She is the lead jammer. Both jammers have made their initial pass. That is the Intimidator jamming for the Rockstars. Pulls that move again, jumps backwards, lands on her toe stops, and tries to redirect. She loses her footing, goes down, but she's back up. Veronica Getzberger makes her first point scoring pass. There's 4 points for the Radicals. Intimidator looking to make her first point scoring pass. She grabs 4 points for the Rockstars. The referee's calling no pack. These girls got to pack it up. Getzberger grabs another 4. Action Jackson now jamming for the Radicals. Action Jackson makes her initial pass. Of course, Action Jackson with a long history here